Hey everyone, I'm really excited to share with you this thing that I actually didn't even know existed. I was looking around for some watercolor papers. I am in the market to find papers that I really enjoy painting. I'm slowly going through my watercolor blocks, and I have to say, soon I will be with the current pace of painting. Yeah, I really feel like I need paper, and I want to buy larger sheets as well. Now, one of the main brands that I'm interested in, for reasons that I will explain in a second, is Hahnemühle. And the reason is I'm in Austria. This is a German brand, so kind of local to me. And I think all of their papers are vegan, which is also very important to me. And apparently they have a really large range of papers, and I was looking around on their website trying to figure out which one I should try. And if you want to try, then you need to buy a block or, you know, sheets or something. And then they recommended this thing, which I didn't know existed, and this is brilliant. So this is a paper pad that has, I think, all of their watercolor papers. So there are 12 sheets altogether, and trying to figure out, I think the good thing about it is, besides that you can actually test all the papers, is that you have a whole explanation of each sheet that is included, which is so now nice. Now, I want to tell you also that I haven't seen other brands do this like this. However, I know a lot of you also took this advice, and I think it's a great one, if I do say so myself. A lot of companies offer sample packs, and you can go to Jackson's. That's the place that I have seen these. You can go on Jackson's and search watercolor paper samples. I will link you below also. And you can test a bunch of different papers, which is a really great idea, instead of, you know, splurging on a pad that you end up not liking. So this is fantastic, and I thought what we could do is just go through the papers in case you're interested. And obviously I will keep you updated once I use all of them and let you know which ones are my favorite. I will probably, I think I will cut them up. It's very nice. They're marked here. Okay, this is really well made. I love things like this. It's like the equivalent of, you know, a dot card for watercolor paint, which is, again, such a good idea. So the sheets are marked, which is great in case they get all jumbled up. And I think I'll probably cut them to like half them. And then obviously I will have to write also the number. And so you don't even have to write all the details. You can just write the number of the sheet and then keep the reference for all of the details on each sheet of paper. I got these on Amazon Germany, and the explanations are in German, English. The first paper is their 200% mold-made cold press. Natural white, acid-free, light-fast, high-resistant to aging. Oh, the sheets have 4 deckled edges, which I love. I love deckled edges. And they say suitable for wet painting techniques such as watercolor, gouache, tempera, and acrylic. Slightly irregular surface structure. Oh, one other thing I want to mention is that it contains 7 mold-made papers, and then 5 what they call watercolor. So I guess not mold-made. What it doesn't say is what is in it. And if it doesn't say, then I'm guessing it's not cotton. Also, what is very, very helpful is that they include all of the different sizes that these papers come in. So this is the 200. It looks nice. I think depending on the price, this is maybe a paper I would consider for making my own sketchbooks, because I do like, I'll try also to Okay, I think you can see the surface. This is the really kind of, I really enjoy this kind of surface. So this is cold press. Then the next one is the rough. And this is natural white, blah, 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 kind of the same thing. 4 deckled edges. The irregular structure results in an even better three-dimensional effect. Quick brush stroke applied lightly on a dry surface are especially effective as the indentations in the paper structure are not filled with paint. White lights in the indentations lend an interesting effect to the painting. A more intensive coloring is achieved when applying a wet painting technique, again achieving an interesting effect. Okay, so this one is also nicely textured. This is the rough. Between the two, I don't know, I'll have to paint. Just looking at it, I think I like the look of the cold pressed better. Next one, kind of don't want to take it all apart. The next one is the Hahnemühle 300 GSM. This one was 200. Yeah, these are the only 200 grams GSM papers that they offer. The next one is the 300 cold press and slightly irregular surface. Again, 4 deckled edges. This is how it looks. This one I really, really like. This is the kind of surface I enjoy working on. And this is 300 GSM, which is for a lot of people kind of the go-to weight. Then number 4 is the Hahnemühle 300 GSM rough. This is also mold made, and I don't really like this. I can already tell. It's too, I don't know, too regularly irregular for my personal taste. I usually like rough paper, just not this particular one. So let's move on to number 5. Oh, this will be easier now. So number 5 is the Turner paper. This is 300 GSM, 100% cotton. Okay, this is where it starts to get interesting. This high quality 100% cotton rag mold made watercolor board is natural white, acid free, light fast, extremely age resistant, and material sized. Blocks, blah blah blah. The sheets have 4 deckled edges. Soft, slightly irregular surface structure is ideal for professional artists. Turner is suitable for all wet painting techniques. Watercolor, lapis, what is that? I don't know. Gouache, tempera, and acrylic. Now I'm intrigued. So this is how it is. It's kind of a classic cold press texture. I really like it. I have to paint on it, but it definitely looks like a paper that I would enjoy. So this one is the Turner. I actually like it that they have artist names. I think it'll be easier to remember. This one is the Cézanne. It's also 300 GSM cold press, 100% cotton rag. Is material and surface sized, natural white, acid free, light fast, extremely resistant to aging. Same thing about the blocks. The stable cylinder mold watercolor board with its fine grain and harmonious structure allows excellent color flow. The surface sizing permits corrections to be made to the wet paper. The colors retain their brilliance, especially suitable for wet painting techniques. Watercolor, especially glazing, lavis. I have to Google what that means. Gouache, tempera, and acrylic. Cold press surface. Painting on dry surface results in full brush strokes and intensive, even coloring when applying the wet painting technique. The cold pressed surface can be recommended especially for watercolor painters who love to work with details. I'm sold. Sounds good. Sign me up for that. This is the Cézanne paper. Sounds great. Okay, moving on to the master, Leonardo, number 7. This one is 600 GSM. I love that they have the different weights in this pad. This is like, it's so clever. So this is super thick. If you haven't tried 600 GSM paper, it's like a board. I see one side. Oh, did I show you the texture? So this I don't know if I think I showed you the Turner. This one is the Cezanne. Looks very nice. And then this one is the Leonardo. So a lot more texture. Let's learn about it. So fun to learn things. Leonardo, high quality, 100% cotton rag. This is rough. You can see that it's very rough. Material and surface size, natural white, acid-free, light fast, high resistant to aging. Blocks are glued. This 600 GSM watercolor board with the smooth surface texture. You're not so smooth. Is a prime support for watercolor paintings. The Leonardo board offers excellent flow of colors and ensures high brightness, suitable for all wet painting techniques such as watercolor, lavis. If I mispronounce that, please forgive me. It will be a dragging mistake. Gouache, tempera, and acrylic. Quick rough surface. Okay, they're talking again about the rough surface. And it looks beautiful. What can I say? Moving next to Waterboard Cornwall, 450 GSM, so exactly in the middle between 300 and 600. Cold pressed, bright white. You can see the difference, I hope. You can see also the texture. This is bright white, acid-free, light fast, and extremely age-resistant. Heavyweight provides a very stable board that ensures improved flatness when wet. Cornwall offers good color flow and high color intensity. This quality is ideal for wet painting techniques, watercolor, especially smooth washes and dry painting, and also the other stuff. Painting on cold press, painting on dry surface results in full brushstroke. Okay, we've heard that before. The cold press surface can be recommended especially for watercolor painters who love to work with details. It doesn't say that it is 100% cotton, which makes me believe that it's not. So the only 100% cotton ones are the Turner, the Cezanne, and the Leonardo, from what I can see. Yeah, the rest it doesn't say. Okay, so I don't know, I'm not that particular. I really feel like I have to try the paper to decide if I like it and if it works for certain techniques. So we'll see. Okay, number 9. This is very rough. This is the Cornwall again. Bright white, acid-free, light fast. This is 450. I think it's kind of the same. And I'll show you the texture. I'm not loving their rough papers. I much prefer their cold pressed surface. Maybe the Leonardo one, but this one I don't like. It's way too textured. Moving on, number 10. This is the Britannia. I don't know why I thought the Britannia was 100% cotton. Kind of surprised that it's not. Yes, this I know. This I have a small paper pad. I don't like it. I won't repurchase it. So this will be like just good for studies. What do they say about it? This is 300 GSM, rough, natural white, acid-free, light fast, extremely age-resistant. Stability and strength of this board offer excellent flatness when wet. The hard surface offers easy application of color, ideal for all wet painting techniques. And they say the rough surface with high stability and marked felt structure can also be used for printing. Yeah, I don't like this paper. So let's move on. Okay, this one is interesting. This is the Torchon. Tolchon? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this word. This is 275 GSM. Acid-free, light fast, extremely resistant to aging. Oh, the French word torchon characterizes a very coarse linen structure. So is the surface of this board. You can see this is quite a unique surface. It kind of reminds me of more like handmade papers. I like it. I like it. It looks nice. I like it. Boards are glued and gauze, blah blah blah. Ideal for all wet painting techniques. Watercolor, especially for effects with hard-edged colors and smooth washes, and also gouache, tempera, and acrylic. Interesting. See, that's why I'm really glad I have this pad. The last one is the Burgund, the Burgund paper, the Burgund. I don't know which accent to use. My fake American one, my fake Austrian one, my real Israeli one, or which one? So this one is 250 GSM. It's cold pressed. Natural white, acid-free, light fast, and extremely age-resistant. Wet paint is easily rectified right down to the white paper, i.e. at this stage paint may still be removed from the board. Ideal for all watercolor techniques, particularly for wet and wet painting, and also for gouache and tempera. Cold press surface, wet paint is easily rectified right down to the white paper. You said that already. So, oh, and this one they say it's also available in a rough finish, and actually now I see that the Britannia one that I didn't like, this is also available in with cold and hot pressed, this paper. So yeah, I think this is such a great idea. I'm really excited to play around with all of them, and I will let you know which ones are my favorites and which ones I will be purchasing. And I do plan on purchasing full sheets because I want to paint bigger. I have decided I'm ready for that. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.